Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we will be listing the top 10 most spiritually influential living people. So let's start. For as long as there have been people on the planet, there have also been people seeking out the guidance of spiritual leaders and following their example. We form our very own spiritual life by reading their books, listening to their words, and deciding which parts of their messages to believe and incorporating those beliefs into our own. Our list of spiritual leaders who are shaping the minds and spirits of people living in our time has been compiled, albeit in a somewhat subjective manner. Our attention is being directed toward the contemporary spiritual gurus who are still active in the world. Here are the top 10 most spiritually influential living people. 10. David Attenborough. Sir David Attenborough has been working as a naturalist and broadcaster for almost 7 decades at this point in his career. He had his first opportunity to undertake expeditions to remote parts of the globe to capture intimate footage of rare wildlife in its natural habitat while he was working on the ZooQuest series, 1955 to 1964. These expeditions lasted between 1955 and 1964. Since then, he has solidified his position as the preeminent producer of natural history television programs all over the world by producing several seminal series such as Life on Earth, 1979, The Living Planet, 1984, The Trials of Life, 1990, The Blue Planet, 2001, and Blue Planet 2, 2017. Sir David has been at the forefront of discussions regarding conservation and the dwindling number of species across the globe since he was knighted in 1985. It was published in October, and the paperback edition of his book, titled A Life on Our Planet, My Witness Statement and a Vision for the Future, is scheduled to come out soon. 9. Sri Ravi Shankar. In 2013, his Art of Living Foundation launched the Non-VO movement, which called for individuals to pledge one act of nonviolence through any one of the many social media outlets available. Through his work as a humanitarian and an ambassador for peace, he has brought together millions of people all over the world through volunteer initiatives and educational programs that emphasize creating a society that is free from stress and violence. 8. Don Miguel Ruiz. He is a Mexican author who has written books that spread Toltec philosophy. The writings of Carlos Castaneda have had a significant impact on him, much like they have on so many others on this list. The Four Agreements have always been and will always be a set of 4 ancient Toltec teachings that are not constrained by any particular religious or philosophical dogma. 7. James Redfield. The Celestine Prophecy was instrumental in facilitating the beginning of the journey of spiritual awakening for a new generation of individuals searching for their souls. The revelation of the 9 straightforward insights spread throughout the book gives the reader the opportunity to journey alongside the book's narrator and learn how these insights play a significant part in their own lives. 6. Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart is a well-known author and spiritual teacher. A profound inner shift happened to him when he was 29 years old, and it altered the path that the rest of his life would take. The subsequent few years were devoted to comprehending that transformation, integrating it, and delving deeper into its meaning. The transformation of consciousness, or a spiritual awakening, is at the heart of his teachings. He views this as the next stage of human evolution and sees it as necessary for humanity to progress. His books, The Power of Now and A New Earth, are 2 of the MBS books that have been the most successful sellers all over the world. In February of 2020, a new audiobook and CD set titled Essential Meditations with Eckhart Tolle, Guided Sessions and Practical Teachings was released. The paperback edition of Oneness with All Life, a pocket collection of nearly 200 of the most motivational quotes and passages from A New Earth, was released in December. 5. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey, also known as the Queen of All Media, is a strong contender for the title of most influential person in the world. She is responsible for finding and promoting a large number of spiritually influential thinkers, including Eckhart Tolle and Michael Singer, and her talk show, which won multiple awards, became the program with the highest ratings of its kind in the history of television. In 2008, she formed her own network, Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN. She is one of the most charitable people in America, despite the fact that she is the richest self-made woman in the country. By the year 2012, she had already contributed approximately $400 million to educational causes, in addition to funding more than 400 scholarships, and the following year, she gave $12 million to the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture. Oprah has been hard at work as of late developing new original programming for Apple's streaming service, Apple TV+. These new shows include Oprah's Book Club, scheduled to premiere in November 2019, Oprah Talks COVID-19, scheduled to premiere in March 2020, and The Oprah Conversation, July 2020. 4. Alice Walker. Alice Walker won the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction in 1982 for her novel, The Color Purple, which is the reason why she is best known for her work. 2014 saw the publication of the paperback edition of her most recent book, titled The Cushion in the Road, Meditation and Wandering as the Whole World Awakens to Being in Harm's Way. The Mahmoud Darwish Literary Prize for Fiction was bestowed upon Walker in the calendar year of 2016. The year 2018 marked the release of her most recent collection of poetry, titled Taking the Arrow Out of the Heart, New Poems. The book Alice Walker's Metaphysics, Literature of Spirit by Nadia Yalti Warren was released in 2019, and it is an examination of the philosophical perspectives and worldviews that are present in Walker's writing. In April of 2022, the book Gathering Blossoms Under Fire, The Journals of Alice Walker will be released with Valerie Boyd serving as the editor. 3. The Dalai Lama. The 14th Dalai Lama and spiritual head of the Tibetan people is Tenzin Gyatso. Tibetan Buddhists consider him to be the Compassion Buddha and a reincarnation of his forebears. He was given the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989 and has significantly advanced world spirituality. The album Inner World, which was released in honor of his 85th birthday celebrations in July 2020, features the Dalai Lama reciting mantras and giving brief teachings while set to music. The Dalai Lama said in an interview with Time magazine that this crisis shows that we must all take responsibility where we can. The bravery that doctors and nurses are displaying must be combined with empirical science if we are to start to reverse this situation and safeguard our future from further threats. 2. Deepak Chopra. The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, written by Indian-American Ayurvedic guru Deepak Chopra, shot to the top of the New York Times bestsellers list. He provides a straightforward set of instructions in his book that are intended to help you become a better person. He founded the Chopra Foundation in an effort to spread awareness of mind-body spiritual healing. Chopra is a shareholder in Globin, a business that enables you to purchase lovely items for your home while also supporting artisan entrepreneurs all over the world. According to Chopra in this Business Insider article, Globin is a business with purpose, creating wealth by improving the lives of those who are poor but have unique artistic talents to offer the world. I'm honored to be a part of their fantastic endeavor. 1. Pope Francis. Pope Francis is the 266th Pope of the Catholic Church. In contrast to his predecessors, he is well known for his humility, emphasis on God's mercy, concern for the poor, and dedication to interfaith dialogue. He also believes that the Church should be more open and welcoming. Francis cancelled his public appearances in St. Peter's Square in 2020 to prevent large crowds from forming and disseminating the COVID-19 virus. He also urged priests to visit patients and medical professionals, pleaded with believers to remember the poor, and on St. Francis' feast day, published the encyclical Fratelli Tutti, which uses St. Francis' own words to describe our shared humanity. Pope Francis also released 2 books in 2020, Christ in the Storm, An Extraordinary Blessing for a Suffering World in June and Life After the Pandemic in June. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments section below. If you want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.